You can't pay attention to Jasmine Crockett, right? Because if we pay attention to Jasmine Crockett, we're going to realize that one of the beloved figures of today's Democrats makes fun of a person in a wheelchair and then pretends that she didn't do it. Her denial over her attack on Greg Abbott's condition, the governor of Texas, is worse than what she said in the first place. In case you didn't pay it, and incidentally, how prophetic am I? I don't like making predictions, but when I do, you better listen up. In fact, Christian, play the clip of what I said to Mark Davis yesterday morning on his show at 7:45 Central, 8:45 Eastern. This is exactly what I said yesterday morning. Can I make a prediction right here, right now? Let me make a prediction.
Here we go.
7:45 Central Standard Time, Tuesday, March 25th.
Yes, sir.
She's going to go too far. She's going to say something. No, well, she already has, but I mean even farther than she's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
Now,
that
was
my prediction yesterday morning, okay? Over a day ago, I said, mark my words, Jasmine Crockett's going to go too far. The question becomes, is anything too far for today's Democrat Party? I'm not sure it is. But one would think mocking a man's disability is a bridge too far. One would think. Here's what she said, incidentally. This went viral after, and in a way, Mark and I were both right. Mark said, well, she's already done it. I said she's going to go too far going forward. The video went viral yesterday after our show. So, in other words, this came out after my broadcast, but it was actually from a speech she gave at a political event this past Saturday. Here's what she said about Governor Greg Abbott, who has been confined to a wheelchair for the last 40 years after a tree fell on him in a freak accident as a young man. It's got a real powerful story. His wife stayed by him, was by his side every step of the way. He's been a successful politician. He's a very popular governor in one of America's most impressive states, the state of Texas. And this vicious, awful, vile person thought it would be cute to make fun of his confinement to a wheelchair.
We in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot-ass mess, honey.
That's Jasmine Crockett, a U.S. Congresswoman. Now, her denial, which is, again, even worse, and I kid you not, here's where you know that she knows she went too far. You'll know that she went too far with her positively idiotic denial that she was mocking his condition. She responded by bizarrely claiming, I'm quoting the New York Post here, she bizarrely claimed her remarks had nothing to do with Governor Abbott's disability. Quote, I wasn't thinking about the governor's condition. I was thinking about the planes, trains, and automobiles he used to transfer migrants into communities led by black mayors. That's what she posted on X. I called him Governor Hot Wheels because I was thinking about planes, trains, and automobiles. Nice try. There's nobody that believes that. Even her most ardent supporters aren't buying that. But they'll probably stand by her because they like the fact that she's a fighter. She's mean. She takes on the Republicans. She comes after evil conservatives and Republicans. Well, keep it coming, Democrats, because you may never win another election. Welcome into the Mike Gallagher Show. It's Wednesday. We got a lot to cover, a lot of breaking news. And again, the chat details have been revealed. Here's a dilemma for me. I'm moving on from so-called Signalgate, but I also don't want to deprive you of any breaking news. So we'll let you know. I mean, the only question remaining is, was there any truly classified information in that chat or not? And if there was, that's obviously a problem, but it isn't the end of the world. But there's going to have to be accountability, and I think there will be. In the meantime, the Democrats want the distraction of Signalgate, and we're not going to give it to them. So we're kind of threading the needle here a little bit on the Mike Gallagher Show. I want to get your reaction to Jasmine Crockett, what she said and her denial. And if you agree with me that if they keep it up, if they stay with the Jasmine Crockett's or the AOCs and the Bernies of the world, hey, keep going, because they may never win again. 800-655-MIKE. One call does it all. Call or text. I hope you join us here in the Relief Factor Relief Factor Studios. 800-655-MIKE, 800-655-6453. Since we absolutely are moving on from the so-called Signalgate controversy, I am going to give you a quick update, though. Take 30 seconds to confirm what the administration has insisted, that there were no war plans, there was no apparently classified information. The Atlantic released all of the chat, apparently, that the Trump hater was in on. Here are the attack plans. And then it turned out that now they're acknowledging they weren't war plans, they were attack plans. And Caroline Leavitt tweeted out moments ago, this entire story was another hoax written by a Trump hater who is well known for his sensationalist spin. So far, not a whole lot of there, other than an internal mistake that ought to be corrected. What we do know is that Trump is protecting the United States and our interests and killing bad guys. And surely the Democrats are on the side of killing bad guys, right? They don't mind us taking out terrorists, right? Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Katie Pavlich over at townhall.com. Democrat Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib is defending Islamic terrorists again. This time it's the Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen. Yep, it's true. Just when you think they can't get any worse than Jasmine Crockett, one of the stars of the Democrats, mocking Governor Greg Abbott for being in a wheelchair, Rashida Tlaib made it very clear she's upset about the current campaign to stop Houthi attacks. She reposted somebody who wrote about calling for an investigation into the Signal chat controversy, and she wrote, her words, more heat for using a group chat than for the bombing itself. She doesn't like the bombing. She doesn't like the terrorists being taken out because the mission succeeded. We took out the bad guys. What does that make Rashida Tlaib if she doesn't like us taking out the bad guys? Doesn't that make her one of the bad guys? If you're mocking a man in a wheelchair, doesn't that make you one of the bad guys? Angel's in Chicago, 24 past the hour. Our number is 800-655-MIKE. Hello, Angel. Welcome aboard.
I'm a first-time caller, a little bit nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous.
I'm a Democrat, but I got Republican values.
Yes, sir.
And I'll tell you something. I have never, ever heard such an embarrassment from a congresswoman talking about a great governor from the state of Texas. They should be thrown out of Congress. This lady you just mentioned talking against the country, all these politicians that talk against America should be thrown out of office. That's how I feel. And like I said, I'm in the state of Illinois, and I wish I had a governor like Abbott in the state of Illinois. I want to thank you for taking my call. I'm a little bit nervous.
Oh, no, you're doing so good, Angel. Don't be nervous. I love your point of view, and I have to ask you a personal.
But like I said,
but I got to ask you a personal question. Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
And I say this with love and respect and appreciation for you because I can tell you're a good guy. Why are you a Democrat?
Well, you know what? I've been a Democrat my whole life, but I'm going to tell you something. Donald Trump turned me around.
Wow.
He's got the issues. He's pro-American, and these Democrats are an embarrassment. When I saw them in Congress, when Donald Trump was in Congress making his speech, and I seen them like little children sitting there, wouldn't stand up for the people that served this country.
That's right.
Wouldn't stand up for that young man that had cancer. I said, I'm done with these people. I've been done. Go Donald Trump. Like I said, I'm a Democrat. What Republican values?
Well, here's what you need to do, Angel. Here's what you got to do. Final point. You got to think about something. You got to walk away from the party that is so disastrous, and you got to become.
Oh no,
one.
I'm done. I'm done.
Good,
Mike. I'm done with the Democrats. I'm done.
I love
Whenever I go vote from now on, if I see an R, because I live in a Democratic state, you know how that works.
I know.
If I see an R, I'm pushing the R.
I
love Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump, to tell you the truth.
You made my day. Angel, you made my day, and don't ever be nervous. Call anytime. You did a great job, Angel. Thank you.
All right, you take care of yourself. Thank you.
You too. What a good guy. A Democrat with Republican values. And so what do if you're a Democrat? And I say this to everybody who might be in this audience. If you're a Democrat with Republican values, well, then make it official.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.